Hey there, welcome to the exciting world of crafting Unreal Engine cinematic scenes from scratch with a thrilling twist. We are diving into the automotive realm. If you're interested about cars and love bringing them to life in stunning details, you're in the right place. So picture this, roaring engines, sleek curves and heart-pounding action, all right at your fingertips. With Unreal Engine as our playground, we are about to embark on a journey that will have you creating jaw-dropping visuals that will make jaws drop and eyes widen. In this course, we are going to cover everything you need to know to create automotive cinematic magic, from setting up the perfect scene to mastering those tricky camera angles. We will break it all down into easy to follow steps. So if you're ready to roll up your sleeves and dive into the world of automotive Unreal Engine cinematic scenes, then let's hit the gas and get started. Buckle up, it's gonna be one heck of a ride. Hi everyone, I'm Nick and welcome in this course. Here I will be your teacher and I'm going to teach you how to build an automotive cinematic from scratch. So as you see now, this is the Unreal Engine. The project it's already made, so you can see the car, the environment, absolutely everything what we will have in a couple of lectures. In our scene, I will show you how to build it, from where you can download the assets and absolutely everything. So first, I am going to start with showing you some basics of Unreal Engine, how to navigate inside the report, the basic settings which you have to prepare before starting our project. So first, the main thing, you have to download the engine. So how you can do it? You have to go in Google and to write Unreal Engine Launcher. So you have to click on the first site. I will show you. It's Unreal Engine Launcher. Here, download Unreal Engine, and here, download the launcher. So when it's ready, you have to install it in any folder you want in your PC. So it's totally up to you. And when it's ready, one icon will appear on your screen, which will be like, I will show you. It will be this icon here. This icon, this is the Epic Game Launcher. So when you open it, you will see this window here. So this is the beginning of the launcher, the main page. So here you have to walk and with your Epic account if you have one, or if you don't have, you have to create one, of course. So make your account and walk with it here inside the launcher. So when you're ready, you have to come here to Unreal Engine on the left side. So you have to click on it, and after that to library. So this is the place from where we will build our projects, from where we can install our versions of Unreal Engine and our asset packs and everything. So library is the first thing you have to click. So here you will see engine versions. So here I have already 5.32, which is the latest for me, one of the latest. We had something here. Yeah, they just made the new one, which is 5.4, I think, yes. So we will work on 5.3, which is almost same. So it doesn't make any sense. So with here, by clicking this plus icon here, you can choose which version of the engine to install. So here you have to come and to click on 5.3.2. Here we can see it because I already have it installed. So for example, I can install the previous one. So when you're ready with the version you want, you have to click here to click install and to choose in which folder to install it, of course. So my recommendation for you is, if you have SSD on your computer, install it there, because the SSD, it's faster than the normal hard drive, so the engine will work smoother. So yeah, install it, and you have to wait a couple of minutes. I don't know, maybe 10, 15, it depends on the speed of your internet. And of course, when it's ready, you will see it like that. it won't be gray, it will be blue. So you have to click launch here when it's ready. And now we have to wait a bit. Yep. Here it will be faster if you have a better graphic card. So here I'm with 4070 Super RTX on my computer. It works perfect. So, okay, this is the main page when you open your engine. So here you can choose from different type of projects. For example, we have games, we have film, video, live events for architectural visualization, automotive production, design, and other stuff like that. So maybe you think now we will work on this one. Of course, we can by clicking on this and to choose the folder where you want to save your project. And of course, here you can change the name of your project. But we will click on film, video, and live events, and we will choose the blank one here and to activate the ray tracing because we are going to use it for our render. So here, choose the folder where you want to save your project. Here, for example, you can write the name of your project and to click create. So when you click it, after that, you have to wait maybe 10 or 15 more minutes until your project is ready. And when your project is ready, this view of the engine will appear, but not with the car, of course, and with the environment. It will be the blank one. So I will show you how you can make the blank project and to start from scratch your project. So when your project is opened, you have to come here to File, to click New Level, and to click Basic, and to click Create. So this is our basic view when we are creating our first project. So this is the viewport, and I'm moving the viewport with my mouse. We will continue with the introduction in the next lecture, guys, to be better to be in the next one. So see you. So welcome in the next lecture, guys, and now we are going to take a look inside the engine and the main tools which we are going to use in our course. So here, as I told you before, from File, New Level, Basic, and you will start from scratch and you will build your new level. So this is everything what you will see when you make it. So first, how I'm moving inside the viewport. By clicking the right button of your mouse and moving your mouse, of course, you can make this type of movement in your scene. With the left mouse button, you're going up and back. So, and when you are moving your mouse and rotating it, you can see the viewport is also rotating and going forward and backwards. Okay, and when you're holding the scroll button in the middle of your mouse, you can make this type of movement. So when you're combining all of the three buttons, you can make any type of movement in your viewport. So for me, the main one is the right button because I'm making any of these movements only with the right button. And sometimes with the scroll button, when I'm moving it, I am zooming in and zooming out. So the left button is something which I'm not using too much. So it's totally up to you. If it's easier for you, you can use it, of course. But for me, it's only the right button and the scroll one. So this is everything for the movement. So let's start from here. So what we have here, this is some of our settings from where we can show up and to hide some of the stuff inside our viewport. So for example, I'm using it only to hide some of these, for example, this skylight, this directional light. So how you can hide it and to see your viewport without them is by clicking here and game view. So now you can see your level totally clear without anything inside. So this is the main thing from what I'm using this bar here. The other stuff, I'm not touching them too much. So let's continue with the next one. So here we have the viewports of our level. So for example, here we can see our level from the top. And of course we can move it to it, because when you're make it top, bottom, left or right in the beginning, so you will be immediately in wireframe. So I don't know, wireframe, it's something which I'm not using again too much. Sometimes it's okay and it's necessary, but for now we don't need it. So it's the main one. So now we can see our level from the top. Here we have from the bottom, and again here we don't see anything too much because it's bottom and we don't have anything in our level. So let's move to the left. Here we have left. Yeah, you can see here our icons, and again we can move everything with our mouse with the same movements like I told you before. So it's okay and it's basic. So I'm not using too much this stuff, sometimes top or front sometimes, but let's move back to perspective, which is the main one. So this is the perspective viewport. So from the next bar, we have different view modes. So we have lit, unlit, wireframe, path tracer, which is the render which we are going to use in our course. This is the most realistic render for Unreal. So you have to prepare your PC, guys, with a good parts, with a good configuration, with a good graphic card, mainly. So it will be really heavy when we are rendering. So just have it in mind that you have to prepare a good computer, or if you don't have this opportunity, of course, you can render without too much samples in your frames. I will show you later, don't worry. So here we have unlit. When you're working on a project and this project becomes really heavy for your PC and start slowing down and wagging, so we are moving to unlit. So you will see everything okay, but without too much details. The colors will be not that good like in lit or in path tracer. So here it's when your project or your PC is exhausted and you have to reduce the lag a bit. So it's useful. You have to use it when you're working with Unreal. So wireframe, something which I'm not using too much. Here we have path tracer. So I'm not going to start it now because it will slow down my PC for now. Maybe not now because I don't have anything in my level. So I will show you. Okay, yeah, it's fine because my graphic card, it's okay. But sometimes it's going to be slower. So, okay, this is the path tracer. You can see how it's rendering here. We have the bar when it's loading, and here we can see when our view is fully rendered from path tracer. But I will bring it back to lit now. If you're using the older version of Unreal Engine, you won't see, I think, the path tracer here. It won't be automatically added here. You have to activate it from here. So I will show you how to activate it if you can't see your path tracer render in this bar. So you have to come here to edit, project settings, and now we can see project, the settings of our project here. So we have to scroll down a bit. Maybe it was in, let's check in rendering, and scrolling down, let's see lumen, not lumen. So hardware ray tracing, it's our menu. So here you have to activate path tracing from here, guys. So it's important to activate it. Okay, nothing here, all our stuff. So here, activate it, and after that you have to restart your project. One icon here. You can see here, restart now. I won't do it now because I don't need it. I will click restart later. And after that, we have to check for window here, I think. Let's see. And we have to activate DirectX 12 or 11. It depends on your graphic card again. So if you make this stuff, your path tracer after the restarting will be here in this menu. So you need it, and be sure that you have it in your project when you're starting. Okay, let's continue. Here you can again stop some of the assets in your level. So for example, some of the assets which are here on the right side, but we are not going to use it now. Okay, let's continue here. First, let's add an asset in our level. So by clicking this menu here, a lot of stuff will appear. So first, here we have lights, we have some actors for games. We won't need this stuff here for our cinematic level. Virtual production, we won't use it again. Cinematic, we will use a lot of stuff from this menu here. So not for now, but later I will show you how and which one. Now, shapes. We have shapes. So let's add a shape. For example, this cube. And the cube will appear in our level immediately. So here it's our pivot from where we can move it on left or right side, up and down, of course. So how you can switch it and to rotate it, for example, here, this is the selection tool, which we have here now. And here is the rotation one. When we click on it, we can rotate in every direction. And so step by step, we can rotate a bit, and until we have the rotation we are looking for. So yeah, if you want to rotate with one of these numbers, for example, with 5 or 10 or 15 degrees, you have to come here to click some of these values here, and now you're rotating with 15 degrees every time. So if you want to do something faster with bigger degrees, it's okay from here to change them. We can move and rotate them even with 120. But I'm using this one because it's with more details. This is the smaller one. You can see how smooth it's rotating now. So yeah, if you want to rotate it even smoother and with the best details, it's from here, guys. When you come here on the right side, by holding the left button of your mouse here on any side one, for example, this is on the red one. So the red one, it's X, Z, and Y, of course. And you can rotate it from here by moving it on the left or right your mouse by holding your left button of your mouse. So it's simple. You can do the same thing from here. So if you want to make rotation with the most efficiency details, it's from here. So you can also click on the value here and just to write something you want, and to try different values by writing them with your keyboard. And of course the Z direction from here. Also we can move it. This translate object is moving to, we can do it from here as well, with better details, of course. So this is the scale. From here we can scale. So we also have it here, the scale tool. So from here we can click any of one of the directions again and scale it. Or we can make it from here. But now they're moving and scaling all of the sides of the shape. So that's why our lock is locked. So you have to unlock it, and now we can scale all the side by side again, like this tools here. And if you want to close it and again to scale everything together, you just have to click on the lock and to scale it as well. So it's simple, I think. I don't see anything hard for now, guys. If there is something hard for you, I don't need more explanation, just write me under this video and I will show you, and we'll add something to show you more how to work. But we have a lot of stuff which I'm going to explain you now and later, so don't worry. And now let's continue with the other stuff here. So here are the stuff. For example, this is the camera speed. So now I'm with 8, and when I'm moving the scroll button of our mouse, it's with this speed. If we want to decrease it and to be slower, now it's with 1, and now it's a little bit slower. But if you want to decrease even more, now it's really slow. I'm making now really big circles with my mouse and really fast one, and it's not moving too fast. So from here you can reduce the speed of your mouse. Sometimes it's important to do it because you have to move slow to see some details, and if it's like faster, like 20, look, now you can't see anything. It's impossible. So here, I think 7.2 it's okay for every project. So you can reduce it from here. This is the scale snap, something I will show you later. For now, it's not important. So let's continue here with the outliner. Everything you're placing in your project, for example, it will appear here in the outliner. So here it's our cube, which we added. So let's add another shape, for example, shapes, and let's add this sphere. So our sphere is here. Let's find it. Okay, and it will appear here as it happened already. So here is the sphere. And of course, you can make a lot of corrections in the sphere. So if you want to change the name, you have to click right button of your mouse here on the sphere, going to edit, which is obvious, and to click rename and to choose any name you want. Another way, if you want to do something, if you want to zoom in this asset, you have to click twice on the sphere here and you will hop and zoom inside it. So it's same for the cube. Now for the sphere, now for the cube, I'm clicking twice faster with my mouse. So you can do it. Sometimes it will help you to when you're doing your project. So by default, we have directional light. So this is the light from, we can switch off and switch on everything we have in our level from here with this eye here. So we can hide everything and unhide. But just to remember, when we are to this time, when we are making renders, sphere and other stuff, if you switch them off, now you can see them, but they will be in the render for sure. If you want to switch off them from the whole project forever, you have to come here into the details menu and write visibility, visible. And from here, now they won't be even in your render. So just have it in mind this. If you want to hide something forever from your project and you don't want to see it in your project when you're rendering, so it's from here. But if it's something fast, you have to do something faster just to hide something for a bit. From here, it's better. And after that, it will appear in your project, of course, and you won't miss it when you're rendering. So it will be there and you won't lose any time. It's, of course, it depends on your project and what you're doing. So yeah, let's continue. We have, so this is the directional light. This is the light which is emitting from our level, the basic one, which we are going to use because it's important setting and important effect. So we can say this effect. It's not a setting or anything like that. It's setting. So let's turn it on and let's continue. So here we have high exponential high fog, which blur our here our sky and makes it more realistic. So exponential high fog, it's also important, but not for the path tracer. I think we want to use it here. So for us, it's not important, but when you're making games, for example, it's important. Sky atmosphere, we have some temperature of our light, of our sky and everything. You can make a lot of changes of your sky from here and choose the color, but let's keep it like it's in the real life. Of course, if you're making some project which in where the another color is needed, you can switch it from here. So of course, it's same for the directional light. You can switch the light in our level from here. So now, what is the difference between the sky atmosphere and the directional light? Here, you are changing the light which the sky is emitting. We are not changing the sky here, the main sky. So here is the main sky, the blue color here, and here is the lighting which is emitted from this sky atmosphere. So yeah, skylight, let's check. It gives another detail in our level. Sky sphere, we won't see it now volumetric cloud. This is our clouds, which we can reduce from here to move them up and down if you want to change their size, their form and scaling, and to make some corrections with our clouds. So yeah, planet radius, we don't have any planet here, so it's okay. Okay, let's move them up. And how you can undo something if you want to do it. So by clicking the Control and Z on your keyboard, you're making undo in your project, and you can do it as much as you want. It doesn't matter and it don't make any sense. So yeah, this is the volumetric cloud. So if you want to copy one asset and to place it next to this one, for example, what you have to do, we have to click on the asset, to click Control C and Control V, and now you can see Sphere 2 appear in our outliner. So it's inside here, so we have to move it here, for example, or we can just click here. Okay, duplicate, it's not here, maybe it's from let's see, yeah, it's duplicated, it's here. You can do it from here, or with Control C, copy, Control V, it's pasting. It's like every other 3D or 2D software. It's not a big deal, guys. So here from the details, we have a static mesh. So this is our sphere. From here, we can replace it with any mesh we want, for example, which we have in our project. So here you can see everything we have by default when we are making a starting project from scratch. So I will add, for example, what's this? I don't know. It's not any asset. I don't know. It's okay. It's something. Wooden cable drum. Okay, it's wooden cable drum. So from here you can switch it with every asset you want and which you have in your project, for example, without adding it from the content drawer. So now I'll show you the content drawer how it works. Now we see it white because this asset is using the default material, which is not changed. So of course you can switch any material you have in your project and to switch it here. So for now, I think it's not hard. So let's bring it to the sphere from the beginning. And now it's time to continue with the content drawer here. So the content drawer is important because here it's everything what we have for our project and what we are uploading here. So here we have folders, we have everything, our assets are here, you can upload everything you want here. So for example, if you want to make another new folder, you have to come here to click right button, new folder, and to add something new, for example, and to click twice, and now you have a folder in which you can add your assets inside. So here you can see your folders as well on the left side. It's the same like here, but here it's faster. You can move to any folder you want from here. So let's hop here in the new. So it's content drawer. Click content drawer and it's closing and opening anytime you click on it. So if you don't want to see it, just click it again and it will hide. If you want to open it, it will open. So here by clicking add menu and import to game new, here you can import any asset from your PC to your project. I won't do it now. I will make it later when we are adding the assets for our project. So by clicking the right button here, you will see the same stuff like add. So right button is the same like add button here. So here we have a Niagara system, we have materials, different maps, levels, blueprints. We will use everything from here. So don't worry, I will explain you step by step. We can't make everything now in our second lecture. So for now, that's it, what you have to know about the basic stuff here. So yep, Niagara system is for VFX like smoke, fire, explosions and stuff like that. Materials is the color of your asset, how they will look like. Level is when we are building a new level, new map from scratch. And blueprints, it's when you're coding, making some stuff inside. Automatization of your project. We won't use blueprint like programmers here in our course, but we'll make it just a bit to attach the wheels of our car and to animate them easier. So it's not hard, don't worry. You will see how it works. You will learn it for sure, and you will build your project from scratch, and you will have a really nice cinematic after end of this course. So, okay, content Java. This is our project, let's say. This is the folder of our project, the content folder of the project. So let's close it and to see what more we have here. We have some settings here. Okay, if you don't have a good graphic card and it's heavy for you, you can click here settings, engine scalability settings here, and to choose any type of this visualization. So I'm working on Epic now, which is one of the best. Of course, the best one is cinematic. So if you have a slower PC, you have to click on medium or high. It's up to you. And your project will be faster. Of course, will be without any details. Maybe some of the details will hide. But when you're in the beginning, when you're starting, when you're making something now from scratch, it's okay to start from medium and from high. It doesn't matter, even from low. But let's switch to low. You can see our light here, it's not okay when it's on low. So lighting is a main stuff which is affected from this scalability groups. So medium, we have a shadow already. In low, we don't have any shadow because this is making our project heavier. High, we have some better view, of course. And let's check on to the cinematic. Now we have the best one. So I will bring it back to Epic for me. Okay, let's see what I'm missing. So here from edit, you can undo or redo something. You can check here the hotkeys from your keyboard and to use them to learn them if it's easier for you. To be honest, I'm using only for undo and for redo the hotkeys. The other case, sometimes, most of the times, I'm clicking to edit and making here some cuts and blah blah. So here Windows, here I have some again cinematic stuff which we have here as well. So for now we won't touch anything here. I will show you if we need something later in our next lectures. Another settings which we won't need. These tools is maybe more for the programming stuff and for the blueprints. So it's not for us build. Sometimes we're using this menu when we have something broken in our lighting, in our scenes. So we have to rebuild the light. Maybe this happens when you have a slower graphic card. When I'm with the new one now with 4070, everything is okay, and really rare I have to rebuild something. So we won't need it for now. Select. Let's switch to the next one. Here, browse asset again. This is the edit menu, the right button of your mouse. When you're clicking here, it's really funny how I'm saying button. It's button, of course. It's not my main language, of course, English, but I'm working always with English, so I'm trying my best, guys. So don't judge me if there is something which I'm saying it not correct, but I'm trying, of course. And okay, let's see here the level sequence. This is something which I'm explaining later in the next lecture when we're starting to build our cameras. This will be almost at the end of our course. So for now, let's leave it. Okay, here we can add some lights to our scene. So I will show you now a bit how to add these lights. So let's stop the directional light, for example. And now everything is black. So let's build some lights. So lights here, and for example, point light. We have this point light. So if you are making a level, some cinematic with studio light, you won't need this directional light if you don't have any windows from where the light can go inside. So when you're in a room without any windows, you won't need this directional light. You will need only this point light. So here Now let's see what we have here on the details menu. Here, the details menu, we can make different correction on the settings of our stuff from the outliner. So we'll use a lot this details menu in the next lecture, even now. So here you can increase the intensity of our light, the radius from where this light is working. Here, the how to say it? Maybe this is the middle of our light. So the main point which it's affecting, it's this one, the source radius, and of course the attenuation radius. Sorry for this. So you can see how it works. So it's not necessary to explain because there is no explanation. I know I tried, but you can see how it works. So from here you can make it smoother, to increase it, the radius, to make it brighter in the middle of your point light, and to make it to decrease the light on the edge of this light. So this is the explanation. And soft source radius, here you can make it softer. You can see how it's changing here in our middle light here. Okay. So yeah, we can switch the color, of course, to any one you want. So now let's turn here and to add some of the other lights. If you don't have this, if this directional light, for example, you delete it and you don't know how to bring it back, and you want it really want this light. So from here, directional light, and you will have it. But you start with bigger looks. So this is the intensity of this light from here, and you have to decrease it just to something smaller, and you'll have it. So I will stop it again. So lights, here we have a spotlight. You can see how it works. You can rotate any light you want from here, the rotation tool. So if you want to make a spotlight, this is the way how you can make it. And of course you can reduce the length of this point light, and the radius again, the angle, of course the middle light, the radius, and everything what we had here into this point light. So it's useful. I will delete it. Let's check the other lights. So we have a red light. So this red light, it's like a plane which is emitting a light. So I'm not using it too much. Maybe if you have a studio and you have a plain lights on your ceiling, for example, so you will add it to fake it. So like to looks like it's really the light is coming from this plain lights on your in your room. So this is the way. It's another light which is useful. So here we have the skylight and HDRI backdrop, which we are going to use for our project here. So let's check HDR. What is the HDR? We are taking an environment which is taken from a photographer, for example, with a camera of 360 degrees, and we are taking the light from this environment which we have from our camera, which is totally real outside, and unreal outside. You're going outside your home, so we are going to use it, but I will show later. And I think let's bring back our directional light which we deleted earlier. Now you can see how I'm working with the undo setting, and I think this is everything you have to know for now, how to orientate in Unreal, how to navigate inside. And in the next lecture, we will continue, guys. So see you. Okay, guys, now we are going to talk about the plugins and how to activate them. They're really important for Unreal, and in our situation, we are going to use one of them, which is connected to the render in Unreal, and now I will show you how to activate it. So when you come here to edit, you can see there is a plugin menu here. So we have to open this plugin menu, and this window will appear on our screen. So here in the search bar, we have to write movie render queue. So this is the first one, and you have to enable it because we will use it. So what is this movie render queue? Now I will show you. So when you click here and enable it, here one restart button will appear and you have to restart your project, I think. So I won't do it now, but you will do it on your personal computer, and when the project is restarted, everything will be perfect. So now it's time to close everything, and I will show you why we will use this movie render queue. So by clicking here, add level sequence. So the level sequence, this is, for example, our shot of our cinematic. So, we have different cameras from different angles, and we have to make different level sequencers. So this will be our first one. I will make it, write one, and it will be in our folder which we created in the previous lecture. So the first shot, for example, and now it's like 1 second. So let's click save, and now our sequencer will appear on our screen. So here we will place everything what we want to animate. So in our case, we will place our car here, our wheels, everything we need for our cinematic. So when we click here on this icon, will appear. So let's click on this icon here and let's see what will happen. So yeah, this render movie settings will appear on your screen, but this is the basic one which you will see without enabling the movie render queue. So you can make your render here, but not in Path Tracer, and it won't look that perfect like in the movie render queue. So that's why it's important to activate the movie render queue from the plugins menu here. So when you click here on your movie render queue, it's already enabled. You have to click here and to switch to movie render queue. So let's click again, and now movie render queue will appear here, and let's click here. Yes, this window is the main one which you're going to use when we're making our renders, and by clicking the settings you can add everything you need to make your cinematic to look realistic. So enable it, but if you forget it, don't worry, I will tell you again in the next lectures when we are working with this movie render queue, and everything will be okay, don't worry. I think there's no more plugins which we have to activate for our project for now. If there is something else, of course, I will tell you during our work, but for now, that's everything, I think. So see you in the next lecture, guys, when I will show you how to import different assets for your cinematic project. See you. Okay, everyone. Now we are going to speak for another important tool in Unreal Engine, and the name is Quixel Bridge. This tool will help us to import all of the assets and materials which we are going to use for our cinematic environment, and with them we can build it. So now I will show you how to activate this plugin if you already don't have it. So again, edit, plugins here, and let's write bridge. And that's it. You have to enable it again to restart your project as normal. So after that, when your project is opened and it's ready, you have to come here to the content drawer and to click this add icon here, and you'll see add Quixel content. So let's click on it, and this window will appear on our screen. Here, it's the menu from where we can sign in. You have to log in with your Epic account, for example, and when you're ready with that, you will be able to download every asset and material which you want for your project for free. So for example, let's click on 3D assets here, and now you can see how many assets we have and which we can download for our project. Of course, we have different buildings stuff, for example, balcony, door, pillars, roofs, and everything. Let's click on roof. If you need some kind of roof, for example, for your project, you can download it from here. And they're too colorful. And we have food also. This is one really realistic looking chicken. And we have nature. We have rocks, wood sticks, again, different forest rock, mossy rock, everything we need for our project. We have this schools, and we have a 3D plants as well, which we can use to build a forest or something else with plants for your project. Yeah, and we have also collections. For example, we want to build I don't know, let's see, we want to build this junkyard in our project, and here are collected all of the stuff which we will need to build our junkyard level, for example. And now I will show you how to download something. First, let's choose something. I want to download this rusty wheel from a car, and now we can choose in which quality we can download this asset. For example, when you click here, we have low quality, medium, high, and nanite. Nanite is the highest possible quality and is the best one. If your PC is lower and you have lag when you're working with Unreal, for example, you will download another quality, not nanite. But in our situation now, we are going to build a cinematic scene where everything looks realistic, and we will try to make it as possible realistic as we can. So nanite is the best version of which we are going to download. So let's click here nanite and let's click download, and now we have to wait. Now you can see a percentage appear here, and now we have to wait until it's 100 and to be ready to be uploaded to our project. For now I will stop it because I have already some assets which are downloaded, and I will use directly them. So for example, I have this desert, western rock small. So now you can see we have nanite, which is ready, and at icon it's in blue and it's available to be clicked. So when it's ready, your asset is downloaded, you can add it to your project by clicking the add menu here. So let's click add, and now we have to wait a bit until it's ready and until it's in our project. Okay, that's it. It's already in our project, so we can close this window. Another stuff which you have to know about this and about the qualities of the assets, if you want to download another quality, you have to do it again. If you download nanite, this doesn't mean that you have the other lower quality already with the nanite. You have to download every one if you want all of them. So high quality, again, you have to click download and to wait until it's ready and to add to your project. But if you switch now to nanite, it's already downloaded and you can add it in every project you have. So it's totally up to you. And now I will show you something different, which is important. We have collections here, and medieval, here roadside construction. So this roadside construction, for example, will help us build our environment because we have some science, some, I don't know what's this, some working materials which we're going to place around our street to look like it's in a construction. So yeah, here the industrial and roadside construction pack will help us. So for example, here we have a material with asphalt. We will use a material with asphalt, so we will download it from here again. And now let's click here onto the qualities. And now you can see we have low, medium, high, and highest. When we are uploading materials to our project, they don't have nanite. They're with highest quality. Nanite, it's only for assets. So this is the same like nanite, but for materials. So let's click on highest quality, and now you can click download to wait until it's ready and to import it to your project by clicking this blue add icon here. And let's click add again, and our material, it's already in our project, so we can close this window. And it's same, if you want to download another quality, you have to click on it and again to download it and again to add it in your project. So it's same. And yeah, now I will show you where are these materials and assets in your project. When you click here on the content drawer, one folder which we'll call Megascans will appear here. And when you go inside, you will find two folders. For example, Here I have 3 because I already know some plants. I will show you some plants. We have also plants, home, here 3D plants, which are helping us to build a better environment. We're placing them on the edges of the road, for example, or if we're building forests. From here, let's see, maybe this grass here. And if you want, you can download grass as well. You can see the variations of the grass if you have this spike. And again, here, high, medium, and low. We don't have highest quality here for this spike, so you have no on the high quality, of course. And yeah, that's why I have 3 folders here in the Megascan folder. But the 2 which are important now for us are the 3D assets. Here we can find all of the 3D assets which we imported already from Quixel to our project. And here in the surface are our materials. I have a lot of materials now, not too much, but a few. And that's why we can see 6 folders now, not only 1. But you have to check for the name in Quixel, for example. Oops, sorry. And let's check the name. It was something with asphalt. So, okay, I want to check it in Quixel. Now let's look for asphalt, damaged asphalt, and asphalt roll. So I have rough asphalt as well. Okay, we have 3 materials of asphalt, which are used to build the cinematic. So I will show you exactly which materials and assets to download for your project. So don't worry. But now the main stuff which I'm explaining to you, it's how to use Quixel, because it's really important. And yeah, again, from here, content drawer, add Quixel content, and from here you can add anything you want, and it's free. This is the best stuff, the best tool which you can use to add assets. And of course, we can find our car here. We will download it from another site, but I will show you in the next lecture how you can do it. And from here, by clicking this icon here, option this one here, on your profile, here, preferences, and now we have a library path. So by default, this will be mainly in your C drive, where you're installing most of the time your programs, and you don't have enough space. So you have to change it to another drive where you have more space. For example, if you have enough space in your C drive, you can keep it. But in my situation here in my computer, the most of my free space is in a D drive. So I just change it there, and everything I'm downloading will go there, not into the C drive. So you can change it from here. And yeah, I think this is everything you have to know about the Quixel bridge, and you have to prepare it before we are starting with the main stuff. See you in the next lecture, guys. Okay, everyone. Now I will show you another thing which is important for Unreal Engine and for the Epic Games launcher. So when you're inside your launcher, you have to come here to Unreal Engine on the left side, and after that to click on a marketplace. So here every month you can find a couple of assets which are totally free, and they're changing every month with a new one. So you can collect them, and they're really useful when you're building your personal project. So for example, when you click on the marketplace, here free and free for the month. And now you can see which are the latest free assets in the marketplace. And by clicking here, for example, now I already took them. So for you, you have to click here, add to cart. They will be here to your cart, and to click continue or buy them or something like that. So you will take them for free, and you can see what is the real price of them. And yeah, here also you can find not only these assets, of course, there are a lot of assets which are free. So let's click on a free, and now we can check any free assets which we can download from the marketplace. And of course, if you want, you can buy some paid assets. If you need something special which you can't find anywhere, even in Quixel or in internet, of course you can buy them from the marketplace. So it's totally up to you. And for example, from here, I'll show you. I want to add this Korean train, for example, add to cart here. And as I told you, they will appear into the shopping cart and check out, and you will have them in your library here. So Okay, back. And let's check. Okay, I will take this RAM now to show you how they looks like in the library. So check out. Come on, I want to check it out. Okay, so it's ready. So here in the library now, where are our engine versions and our projects which we already have created. So here it's your vault, and here you can see everything what you already took from the marketplace. So as I told you, you have to collect them. It's useful, and I'm collecting them for 5 years already. So I have a lot of assets which are helpful for me to build my cinematics and my projects. So let's write here into the search bar, like how was the name of this? Let me check, because I forgot. It wasn't train, it was something different, so that's why I have to check it. Okay, it's Korean. Okay, Korean is enough. And let's write Korean, and yeah, our train is here. And by clicking this add to project button here, you can check from which version it's supported. Yep, and add project, and now you can see any project you have in Unreal on your PC, and you want to install it in our automotive project, for example, and click add to project, and now we have to wait until it's inside. But I will stop it now because I don't need this train. And from here you can check what these assets include, this pack here, and sometimes you can check here, there are links for YouTube from where there is a trailer of this asset. And yeah, it's something which is really useful for you, and we'll use it to build our cinematic scene with the car, because we're going to use a ready level where we are going to make some corrections, and we will place another assets from Quixel, from another packs here from the marketplace. So yeah, this is everything for the marketplace which I wanted to show you. So see you in the next lecture, guys. Okay, everyone, now it's time to start with the preparation of our scene. So we will start from the beginning, totally from scratch. And now it's time to create our first project. So let's open the Unreal 5.3.2 launch from here. I'm not going to use my ready project from before. We will start a new one, and we'll work with you together. Now we have to wait a bit. We are almost there. Okay, now let's click on Film, Video, and Live Events. Let's enable ray tracing here. This is the folder, and let's name it like cinematic, for example. Okay, and let's click create. Okay, now we have to wait one more time. All of the shaders and data to prepare. And our project is opened. Perfect. So, file, okay, we don't need to save it now. We don't have anything inside our scene. So we'll start working from here, guys. Okay, our project is ready, and now let's open the Epic Game Launcher one more time, just to show you. Here, our second project, Cinematic. It's already here in our projects. So you can open it by clicking a couple of times on this icon here. Okay, see you in the next lecture. Okay, guys, now I will show you which level you have to download from the marketplace, which you're going to use. So open your Epic Games Launcher and go in Marketplace. And here, let's write automotive Okay, other mistake. So automotive, you have to download this automotive materials. These are the materials which you're going to use for our car, and to place like the paint of the car, the rubber materials, the glasses, the lights, absolutely everything about our car. So you have to click here and to download it for in your library. After that, to add it to your project by clicking here add to project. If you don't see your projects guys here, because some of the assets you can see here are working only on couple of the versions of the engine, but this doesn't mean that it's not working to the newest. So when you click here and you don't see your project, you have to click here on show all projects, and now you will see everything. They will be in gray color because they're newer versions, but don't worry, when you click here select version and to choose the latest one, it's not a problem to choose the latest one. For example, 5.1 for these materials. Now you can click this, again, and to click add to project and to wait until it's ready. So I will do it now because we will work in a new project and I don't have them. So now they're installing in our project, and now we have to wait until it's ready. So let's go back and to look for our second project which we are going to use. So here let's scroll, and that's it, automotive beach scene. So let's click on it and to check it and to see what we have here. This will be our scene. We will use the light from the scene, the HDRI, some of the assets from the scene as well. Here you can see the renders looks perfect. So we are not going to do everything from scratch, but of course we have a lot of work because we have to reconstruct the whole scene to look like it's a highway. So we just only will use the HDRI from this asset pack. So yeah, it's free. Again, it's from Epic Games, and again add to project. But now we don't have to click show our projects because it's working with the latest, not the latest, but with the version which we're using, not with 5.4. So, but it's worked for us. So add to project here, cinematic, and click add to project now. We have to wait until it's ready now. And this will take some time until it's ready. So we'll see in the next lecture, guys. In this lecture, I will show you from where you can download different models of cars. And for example, I'm using SketchUp. It's a site from where you can find everything for 3D assets. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. So now let's write Shelby, because we are going to use Ford Shelby. And from here, you can see all of the models which we have here when we're writing Shelby. If you see, for example, let's see this dollar here on the right corner. Here, the dollar on the right corner. This means it's paid. And if you want to take this model, you have to pay $25, for example, for this model to use it. But in our situation, we are going to use this Ford Mustang Shelby GT 500, which is free. And you can see here, there's this icon, download 3D model. So it's free, guys, and you can use it. It's a really nice model, and I really recommend you to use it. Of course, you can use any model you want, but in our situation here and for our course, we are going to use the Shelby because I'm really a big fan of Shelby and Ford, and that's why I choose this car. So here, click download 3D model and click download FBX 21 megabytes. And when you click on it, this will start downloading on your PC, and after that, when it's ready, you can see here it's already in our PC, and we'll upload it in Unreal Engine in the next lectures. So yeah, if you want, of course, you can look for every model and brand you want, for example, BMW, and here let's check what we have. Sometimes there is assets which it's not possible to be downloaded. So if you want to see only these assets which is possible, you have to come here to enable this menu here, the setting, and now you see everything which is possible to be downloaded. So here, for example, this BMW M4 Realistic 3, it looks amazing, I think. So you can also use it. Why not? Okay, it's a really good model with a lot of details. So as I told you, it's totally up to you which brand you will use. I will show you how to rig your car, and you will be able to do it in every asset of a car for your project. So don't worry. But now, when we are practicing and when we are building our cinematic, I recommend you to use the Shelby because you will learn faster. It will be the same as my project, and everything will be better and easier for you. So yeah, SketchUp is a site and you can download the models from here. See you in the next lecture, guys. Okay, everyone, now we are again in our engine and in our project. So yeah, you can see here the name of the project is a cinematic one, which we created with you a couple of lectures ago. So here, when we click on the content drawer, now we can see we have two new folders, which are automotive materials and beach scene, the two asset packs which we installed with you in the previous lectures. So yeah, now we have to prepare our beach scene because we'll use two of these levels. So we have to duplicate the beach scene P. So let's click the right button here and to click duplicate. Now we have to wait a bit until it's ready. Okay. And now we have two levels from this pack, which we are going to use. So beach scene P will be our main one, from where we will start to build our camera animation for the cinematic, where we will introduce the Mustang with some movement of the camera, and beach scene P1 will be the scene where we are going to build our highway with all of the assets and to finalize our cinematic. So let's open now beach scene P and to load all of the assets which are inside. So now this will appear to save the new level. So I will click save selected, and now we have to wait until our level is ready, because now we have to generate a lot of materials, a lot of lights. So now you can see, okay, my PC is fast and everything happens really fast. So this will be the parking quote where we are going to place our Mustang here and to make our first camera movement for the cinematic. Okay, it looks amazing. It's really good asset. So here you can see a lot of stuff on the ground. So let's check what we have here. This stuff here called decals. So the decals are like a tattoo on a floor in our engine. I will show you. When you click on a decal you want, for example, this decal here, this hole, they will be selected in your outliner, because in this project we have a lot of stuff which are already placed because we're using a ready project where we are going to work. And the decals are with this icon, which is like paper or something like that, different sheets of papers. So yeah, now let's click again, and now it will be selected in our outliner. When you click on this side here on the left side, we will hide it, and now the hole on the ground, it's already hidden. So it looks like a tattoo on a floor, on a ceiling, or on a anything you want in your project. So yeah, the decals works like details in our project, in our materials which we're using to build a better environment and to looks much better in our render. So that's why here we have a lot of decals which help us to make different details, like car oil which is falling from the engine, some ground hose, some, what's this? Let's see, let's stop it. So we have some sand decals, which are parts of sand on our ground, and it looks perfect and realistic for our situation and for our project. So yeah, but of course we are going to delete most of them when we're building our highway, because we are going to build it here on this side of the parking lot. We are going to delete some of this assets and to place a new one with you. So yeah, guys, this is everything for this lecture. We already opened this beach scene P1, and of course you have to open this beach P1 here to load it as well and to be ready for some corrections in the next lectures. See you. Now I will show you how to import your car model inside Unreal Engine. Okay, now when you have the car asset already downloaded in your computer, you have to find it and to unzip it. Now you see this folder, and in source, here it's our asset, our 3D object. And now it's time to import it inside Unreal. So let's open Unreal, let's make it smaller, content drawer. Now let's make another folder which we're going to use only for our car. And here let's write shall be, and we will place our car here. So by drag and drop, we can do it. And here we have to enable skeletal mesh. And here we have animations, but now we don't have any animation on our car, so we don't need it. And when the skeletal mesh is ready, we have to click import all. And now we have to wait a bit, because there are a lot of parts of our car, a lot of materials by default, which have to load in our project, and that's why it's a little bit slower. And we are almost there. It's not that slow, it depends. But here we'll be ready in a couple of seconds, I think. Okay, it's ready. And let's close this and this, and let's open the content drawer, and let's make it on a full screen. So here you can see all of the materials which we have by default. They are only with one color, just for reference. And here we have 3 models of our car. So now we are going to use this one, the purple. And let's drag it inside our level, and you can see our car, it's here. And these are the materials which you see here. We have blue, purple, pink, yellow, and here on the right side, here in the details menu, you can see every part of your car have a material, which we are going to change with some of the materials from this pack, automotive materials. And I will show you now exterior and, for example, car paint from here. So let's just switch the paint of the car, just basically to show you how you can do it. You have to choose which color for your car you want. And for example, you want your car to be orange. Let's click on this orange, close content drawer, and here you can see car paint. There is a name of the material, and we have to click this arrow here. And now the color of our car will change to orange, guys. We have to wait for the shaders, and our car paint, it's changed, and it looks much better. We will make another lecture only where we are going to change the colors of our car when the rig and animation of the wheels is ready in Blender. So for now, I won't change any other color. This is just to show you how it works and how you can do it. And yeah, I promise you to explain you step by step with every detail you need to build this cinematic from scratch. So, and here we have a lot of other stuff. So here we have a lights material for our lights of the car. We have glasses. We have rubber for our tires. We have a caliper paint. So what is the caliper? Caliper, it's this stuff here for the brakes. And yeah, a lot of stuff here. Carbon fiber, a lot of materials. So this package, it's really cool. And I really like it, and I'm using all the time. Even not only for automotive projects, for everything. And our car, it's here. This is the way how you can import stuff from Sketchfab. If they're FBX format, it's same if they're OBJ format. If you have another car which you want to animate and to import in your Unreal project, it's the same way by drag and drop, or you can click add here and to click import game Shelby. So from here, you will see one window with everything you need, and to find the folder where is your asset of the car and to import it in the same way like I showed you here. So this is everything for Sketchfab import, and see you in the next lecture, guys. Okay, everyone, now we're going to continue with the animation of our car, and for this we are going to use Blender. It's another 3D software which is really famous in the industry, and a lot of studios are using it. It's a free software. You can download it from the official site. It's called blender.org. You can type it in your browser and to find the site and to download it from here. So when you open the site, immediately you see here Blender 4.1, or it's up to the time when you're watching this course. Maybe it can be 4.2 or 4.3. It doesn't matter. I think the other will work again. So the other one is it's like a plugin which you're going to use to make the rigging of our car, but I will show you. So here, let's click download, and here download Blender and the version of the software. And when it's ready, the download, you have to open it, for example. And here you have to click next to accept the terms and license agreements, next to choose in which folder you want to install your software, in which disk on your PC, and to click OK and to install it. It's basic. I'm not going to do it now because I already have it on my computer. So for now, that's it. And I will show you now the plugin which I told you before. It's called Unreal Engine for Vehicle Rigging Add-on. So this is the link for the site. You can type it in your browser again, and when you're in the site, or you can write just Unreal Engine for Vehicle Rigging Add-on in Google, for example, and it will appear immediately, maybe the first or second site. Or you can just check this one and write it in your browser. And when you're in the site, you have to come here to download here and to click direct link, and we'll start downloading. And in the next lecture, I will show you how to install this plugin in Blender. See you. Now we are inside Blender, and this is the main window which you will see when you open your software from the desktop icon after the installation. And now clicking left mouse button here, and this picture will close. And this is everything what you will see in the beginning. We are not going to study Blender now, like the Unreal Engine deep inside the software, but we'll use it mainly to build the rigging for our cars. So this is what we are going to learn now. And first we have to activate this add-on, this plugin which I showed you, the Unreal Engine for Vehicle Rigging add-on. So when it's ready and it's downloaded on your computer, you have to come here, edit, and to click on preferences. So this window will appear in your screen, and there is a menu here, add-ons. And now we have to click install. And now we have to come here to the folder where are our files which we already downloaded, and to look here for our Unreal Engine for Vehicle Rigging add-on, which is a zip file. You don't have to unzip it. It have to be still like this zip format or RAR, and to click on it. And now it's already installed in your Blender. And now you have to write here vehicle, for example, but something, okay, something crashed, and here it's okay. Let's continue. Yep. When you write these letters here, use the generic Unreal Engine for Vehicle Rigging, and you have to enable it from this bar here, from this check. And when you're ready, you have to close it and it will appear here. I will show you. Now it's disabled. It's not here anymore. Now it's enabled and it's here. So this is the menu which you're going to use on the right side. And yeah, this is how you can install add-ons in your Blender software. And in the next lecture, we are going to rig our car. See you. Okay, it's time to rig our car and to prepare it for Unreal. Okay, now let's delete this cube here by clicking the delete button of your keyboard and selecting it. And after that, here, let's click to File, import and FBX file. And now you have to look where is the file of your Mustang Shelby, which we downloaded with you before. And to go inside, you have to unzip it first and source. And here we have this Sketchfab file FBX. So let's click on it and wait until it's ready. Okay, so our Mustang is inside now. Good. Okay, what we are going to do now, we have to delete this stuff from the behind. It's a rig, but we don't need it. So here we have to click here, the sky dome light. We have to delete it. We have to delete this camera. This light, it's we don't need it as well. So here is our group of car. Here is the rig, and now let's go in edit mode. And now this rig will delete the ready rig. So now our car will look broken, for example. Okay, and now we will fix it, so don't worry. Okay. Now, what we have to do, we have to delete this group, this one too, and this one too. Okay, no more groups for us. And now it's time to move our wheels and to attach them next to the car. Okay, we have brakes, we have wheels, and we have the body. So, okay, now let's first connect all of the parts from the body together. When you click here on this arrow, you can see any part you have inside the body, and we have to make them together. So how you can do it? When you click here on to open this menu of the body, you have to click Shift to hold it, and to click the first one, the body, you have to click this one here, hold Shift, and we are looking for the last one. It's this GT500 wipers, and to click on it. Now everything will be selected, and you have to move your mouse inside the viewport and to click Ctrl J, and now they're together in one mesh. So the body is ready. We will do the same with the brakes and the wheels later, but first, now let's connect the tires to our car. Let's move them closer into the holes for the tires. Okay. Maybe this is a problem only with this car, what we're doing now, because this is what somebody and how they created the asset in Sketchfab. Maybe another asset with another car will be different, but especially for this asset with the Shelby, it looks like this one. So now it's time to click the movement tool and to start moving the wheels to our car. So here I will click the right button, we'll click set origin to geometry, and now the pivot is in the middle of our tire, and it will be easier for us to move it, because before that the pivot was somewhere else and it was harder for me to move it, and now it's much easier. So we have to place it on the place for the tires one by one. Okay, something like that, it's okay. What I'm going to do, okay, there's another tire here inside the car. Okay, nice. And let's see what's here. Here are the other two tires. But for now, I will delete all of them. It will be faster, and this I will duplicate it. So how you can duplicate this wheel here? You can click the right button of the wheel, copy, and Ctrl V to paste it. And now we have the second wheel inside, and just to move it like that. I think it's much easier than to move any tire which is here into the viewport somewhere and to bring it inside. Now it's easier, and we'll make it the same. So Ctrl V again, because we already have it copied in our scene, and here it's in the opposite direction. So we have to rotate it by clicking the rotation button here, and to rotate it with 180 degrees. So how you can do it? Not from here. If here it's harder for you, you have to come here. When you click on the tire, you have to come here to this object menu properties and here to the Z direction to click and to write 180 and to rotate. It's the same for any object and everything what you want to move with details, and to rotate it, to scale it. It's the same like the details menu in Unreal which I showed you before. And now let's continue by duplicating this tire. So Control C here, Control V, and let's move it here, for example. Okay, that's good. And the 4 wheels are ready. So now we have to connect it with the brakes. Okay. Now first let's check if the tires are in a good position or if they fit okay. Now from here you can choose any side of the viewport you want in the software. Now you can see it's on this side, back, right, front, but I want from the bottom side. Okay, so let's check here. I think this is fine. This one have to be like that. So how I'm moving inside the viewport, I'm holding Shift and the scroll button of your mouse, and it's easy. Okay, this is to outside. Let's bring it inside, and this one again, something like that. Okay, and now I'm just pressing the scroll button and making these movements, and here zoom out with the scroll button again. Okay, when we're ready, you can save your project somewhere. File, save as, and to choose a folder where you can save it. It's totally up to you. Okay, now it's time to add these brake calipers inside our tires and to connect them together with every tire. Okay, now let's check how they looks. Okay, so this caliper will be here. I am going to duplicate them again, don't worry. But first let's just to fix the first one, and after that we can duplicate them. Okay, that's okay. This is not visible in the renders, so don't worry. Okay, this caliper is here. And now it's time to duplicate it. So I'm going to delete the other calipers. Where is the... Okay, here. And we have only this one now. Control C, Control V. Again, moving here, but now we have to rotate it because it's the opposite side. So rotation tool and rotating like that. Or as I told you, click here and write 180. And now let's move it here. Okay. Okay, good. Now it's time to continue here. Control C, Control V. Now this tire here in front, the left front tire. Okay, good. And now I'll copy this one. Control C, Control V, and to place it here to the front right tire. Okay, good. Now we have to select everything by clicking A on your keyboard. You'll select everything and we will bring it closer to the center here. Okay, good. And now I'm going to rotate the car here to the red line all together. Oops, we have to select everything and to rotate to 90 degrees. So here on the right side, you can check how many degrees we're rotating. Okay, let's place it. It's not the correct rotation, it's 90 and 344. So now I will make it better. Here it's 270. Okay, the brake it's 90. Okay, this tire it's 270 again. The brake it's 90. Okay, same for this tire, 90. Brake here it's 270. Okay, 90 here and 270. Okay, that's good. Now we have to click all here, the A, and here, this select movement tool, or here A on your keyboard, Shift A, oops, here everything, Control A, and how transforms here. So the pivots will be in the center of the object. Now we have to do it for any of these tires, but first we have to collect them with the brakes. Okay, so first let's check. So this is the side from where we were going to check the, okay, something like that too. Okay, so here is front left. So now this is the front left tire, and we have to collect it with okay, this is the back left, this is the front left, and here, sorry, front left, it is, which tire was front left? Okay, this one, and okay, this is here. Okay, for the easiest way, what we are going to do, I will name them. So 2 times clicking on it, this is front left brake. Okay, this is right brake. Okay, so it's rear right brake. Okay, where is this? This is front right. Okay, good. Front right, and this is rear left. So it will be LL. Okay. RL, and now we can make the same for the tires, or we don't need it. So this is a right, front right. So clicking here, let's front right, and with Control, you're selecting the both of them here, Control J, and they're together. Okay, let's continue with other stuff. So this is the, let's see, this is the rear left. So here, rear left, Control G now, mouse inside the viewport. Okay, good. And let's see here. Now this is the rear right. So here, rear right, Control J. Okay, good. And this is the last one, which is the front left. And front left here, Control J, and that's perfect. So we have separated all of our parts, the body and every wheel with the brake inside. So let's see, here's the front left. Okay, and let's hide and unhide. You can see they're selected and they're together. So we have to separate the whole body and the wheels one by one. So we have any wheel here. You can see how they have to look like. So this is the vehicle base, body is the vehicle base. When you click on the add-on, wheel front right, it's here. So this is how we have to look. And of course you have to click here and to save it again. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to put everything here inside. And how we can do it? By clicking this pen here, we have to select the body. Okay, body is here. Now front right. Okay, we are selecting front right. So rear right, taking this one, and it's rear right. Okay, front left here, and rear left here. Okay, perfect. Now we have to click set unit, scale and upscale vehicle here, and to zoom out. Perfect. And now we have to, you can see there is some glitch from here, but here, and when we clicked here, we made a lot of corrections for the better results and better details inside our model. So that's why it looks like that. But when we zoom inside, we can see there is no glitches and bugs inside. And our model is ready now. And here you have to save it again, your project. And the last thing is to click rig vehicle. And that's it. So we have rig for every tire, every wheel with brake, and for the whole body here in the middle. And now we have to click here to file. First to click here to click object mode, and to click A on your keyboard again, and to select everything. And here from file, you have to click on it, export FBX. Here you have to choose in which folder, for example, you want to export it. Here you have to rename it and to write something like the name of the car or the model. So I will write Shelby model. Oops, I save it. Mistake. So I will do it again. Export FBX and download here. And here will be Shelby model. Okay, with capital letters, it doesn't matter. Select object and click export FBX. And now our model will be in the folder and it's ready to be imported inside Unreal Engine, guys. So this is everything from Blender. We are not going to use Blender anymore. So we will switch to Unreal Engine now and to connect the tires with the body, with the blueprint systems in Unreal. See you. Okay, when we're ready with the mesh and with tires and the body, now we are inside the folder of our car and we have to click here onto the purple model, the skeletal mesh, and to click right button, create, and to create a control rig. I will hide this one, and now let's go inside the control rig. Okay, this is the place where we are going to connect everything together and to work together. So let's hide this stuff. And by default, we'll have here the body, which is the root. We have this right left wheel and the other wheels which we created with you in Blender. And here it's our car. So we have to make some settings first here on the left side into this rig hierarchy. And now, for example, let's start to build them with the body. So here we have to click the right button to click new and to click new control. Okay, so this is our root control, which have to be renamed. So let's click twice and to rename it to body, for example, body. Okay, now here the rear left wheel, we have to make it the same, new control, and here we have to rename it, for example, to wheel rotation. Okay, good. And here to the front left, again, right button, new control, and this will be steering. Okay, is it? Yeah, okay, steering, perfect. And now here, outside everything, we have to make a main control setting where we're going to place everything from here. So here, right button, new no, and now we have to rename it to, for example, to main control. Okay, main control, and now we have to take everything by holding control and to place it here inside the main control. And to be easier for you, we can just change the color of them to make difference between them. So the body will be red, wheel rotation will be blue, and steering will be green. And let's click compile, save. Now let's connect the body part and the wheels. So let's start with the body. So let's drag it inside, click get control. Now it's time for the root, inside again at offset. And now this arrow here and this one here to the offset transform. So we have to connect them, the rotations, and this one we have to connect it here. Now let's click compile and let's check. So click body, and here for the smoother rotation, we have to click here. Okay, it's this one. This is the most smoother number. And let's check here. Body. Okay, it's rotating, it's perfect, but we want to rotate only the body, not the tires. So I will undo here and will uncheck this one. Propagate to children. And here, okay, perfect. We are moving only the body. Okay, now it's time for the steering. So again, drag it inside, get control. Okay, so here, the execute, we will look for sequence. Okay, for now, we will connect it with the execute pin here. Now we will extend the transform menu here, translation, and here the y-axis, we have to look for multiply. And to change the value here from 1 to 0.4, for example, and again the right button here, right from Euler. Perfect, and let's open this Euler here and to connect it with the Z direction. Okay, that's good. Now it's time to take the front wheels and to drag them inside again, oops, and to click add offset. So here offset transformation, let's extend it and to connect the rotation with the result here. Okay, and the sequence have to be connected here to execute and to connect them one by one. So let's click compile now and let's click on the steering to see what will happen. Let's move them. You can see they're moving perfect and natural. Okay, I will place them in the middle. So here, what we have to do, we have to click the steering here to come to offset and to click this one, and now it's in the middle of the car. Okay, perfect. Now we have a better view and a better place for our pivot. Okay, perfect. Now it's time for the wheel rotation. We are ready with all our stuff. So now right button here and to right get control float. Good. So this menu here, let's click on wheel rotation and let's take the float value and to right multiply. Here the value has to be like 70 because this will be the value which will show us how fast our wheel will rotate. So 70 will be okay for us. If we need more, we will switch it later when we are animating our car. So here let's grab the result and again to write multiply here. And this one we have to write half p. Good. So here after the result we have to take it and to write accumulate time. Okay, and here let's click right button and from Euler. Let's look for it. Perfect. So let's extend the Euler here again and to connect it to the Y direction. Okay, we are fine for now. Now we have to take all of the tires by holding F first one and holding F and click the last one and to drag them inside by clicking add offset. Okay, now I will change the position of them to be better, to be tidier, and now we have to extend the offset transform menus of every one of them and to connect every rotation with the result here. Rotation, one more. Okay, good. So we are almost ready. Here to the sequence we have to add another pin by clicking this plus icon here, and this C we have to connect it with the tires execute pins. And now the first one have to be connected to the second one have to be connected to the third one, and this to the fourth one. Okay, so now let's click compile, save, and let's click on the wheel rotation. You have to come here to rotate object, and now let's rotate it Okay, now you see how we are rotating our wheels. Okay, let's click to the steering. Oh, this is too much. Okay, it's fine. And the body, of course. Let's try it. Perfect. Okay. Perfect, guys. Now it's time to add some limitations of our settings for our steering wheel, rotation, and body, because it will be easier for us to animate it inside the sequencer later, and to add some arrows to see better our controls. So first, let's click on a body, and here shape, arrow 4, solid or tick. Okay, let's be tick. It's up to you guys. And now let's move it up a bit, and now to scale it to 14, for example. Okay, that's good. So here the value time have to be a rotator. So now let's see, we can rotate our car from here, but now our car is rotating a lot and this is too much, so let's add some limitations. So by clicking the body here again, minimum and maximum, so let's enable everything here and everywhere to add -3, for example, or -4. It's almost same, and here have to be 3. So we have to add values between -3 and 3, and now you can see our car is rotating only between these two values, and it's much more accurate and looks much better. Now we are not rotating the whole car, which is okay. So let's do the same stuff with other settings. So for the steering now, okay, let's add this arrow to tick, for example, and let's move it in front of the car. Now let's scale it. Okay, I think this is enough. And now let's add a minimum and maximum here again. So let's activate the location. Here the location only it's needed, and here the minimum have to be -60, and here to be 60. And now let's see. Okay, I think it's too much. Let's write -5 and 5 only. Okay, yeah, 60 is too much. 5, it's enough. You can see we can't move it more. And here there is a green arrow from where you can see the line where our wheels can be rotated. So I think this is enough. Okay, I will write 6 here and -6 here. A little bit more space for rotation of our wheel. Okay, that's good. And now let's add the same thing for the rotation. Okay, now let's click on the wheel rotation and let's add some of them. It's totally up to you. So let's click this arrow for tick again, and let's move it outside the car, for example, here, and let's increase the scale. Oops. Okay, let's make it position here, and now the location will be here, and to increase the size. Okay, something like that. I will bring it up a bit, and now I will add again limitations. So it will be here -30, for example, and here will be 30. And now when we are moving it, our wheels are rotating to the both directions. And let's click compile, save, and we are ready with the car, guys, and with the rig of the car. Now we can add it to our level and to start building the materials on the car, to build the environment and the other stuff until our cinematic is ready. So see you. In this lecture, we are going to import our new model, which is rigged from Blender. So here we are inside our project. We have to open content drawer. Now I will drag and drop here my model. I just rename it to show me model with capital letters and small letters. And here you have to click on skeletal mesh. We have to enable it. This have to be done because it's important. And when you click on enable it, you have to click import all. We have to wait now a bit. Until it's ready. We are almost ready. Okay, everything is inside, so content drawer. Okay, so you have to see 3 different assets here. And you have to go inside Shelby model physical assets here. We have to open it. Okay, now you can see all of the tires and the body, they're separated. Okay, let's see everything. Is it okay? Okay, it's okay. So we have to select all of the tires here on holding shift and all of the tires. And here you have to click on primitive type and to click sphere and to click regenerate bodies and to make them spheres. Okay, perfect. Now we have to click on the body again and to click on multi-convex hull and to click regenerate. So yeah, now we are ready to save it. So click save now. And now our asset is ready to be animated and to create the blueprint system in Unreal Engine. So in the next lecture, we will build the blueprint system from the connection of the body with the tires and the rotation and movement of them. So see you. Okay, everyone, now it's time to build our scene and to start by adding the materials of our car first. And as I told you, now we have to go to content drawer, here to the content, beach scene, and we already made a duplicate of our BHP. So in the BHP will be our parking lot, where we're going to make the first camera shots of our car, the introduction of the car, and here in the beach P1 level, we will build our street, our highway, where we are going to animate our car. So first, let's open the BHP only. I will save here everything because it asks us if we want to save the parts of the car which is uploaded inside the project. So we have to save it. And now we have to wait until it's ready. So we are in our scene already. Perfect. And let's place somewhere here our car, because here the view, it's from the back side, it looks good. So content drawer now, here Shelby, and now Shelby model. Okay, good. And now let's move it up a bit, and now we have to connect it to the ground to be okay. I think it's fine. It's snapped to the ground. So now we have to rotate the car like that. Perfect. And now it's time to add the materials to this car. So when you click on the car, you can see here we have different materials where we have to switch them with our. So we have a lot materials. Okay, 29, because we collected all of the parts in one object. But here the good thing is you can see the name of the objects and to switch them easy. So some of the materials, maybe they will stay white because they won't be visible. So let's see first. Let's go here in automotive materials, exterior, and car paint. So in our cinematic, I'm using this silver paint. You can use any paint you want. Let's click on the material first, for example. And after this arrow, we'll switch it immediately. Okay. That's good. Is this the color of? Yeah, I think this is the color. Okay, so here we have a gloss black. So let's look for something like a gloss car paint black. This is gray, this is black. Okay, let's try this one to see. So this is for the front part of our car. I think it's okay. Good. So here we have a leather, but you leave it for later. Real light. Okay, real light. Let's see. Let's look for lights. We'll use this blue one and we'll switch it here. We don't see any difference now because it's inside here in the lights. So yeah, lamp blue. Okay, orange. What is orange? Let's see. Okay, exterior again. So what I'm doing when I don't know from where is some of the materials, so I'm clicking here on a car paint, for example, and clicking this red one and just switching them. So this is for this lights here. So we have to put a glass here. So glass, tinted, for example, and let's place it here. Now we have a glass here. Here we have a mirror. This is from the front side of the mirrors. So I will leave it for later. Tinted glass. Let's add the tinted glass here. Okay, now you can see the glasses are fixed. Now we have to add the light inside. So let's add the light. Here again the lamp blue, and to place it here. Perfect. We have the light already inside our car. So plate. This is the plate. So let's see. I will add a light. We don't see any difference, so I will undo it and to see later. So white gloss here. We have a row, we have brake, Lambert, something like that. Okay, fine. To be honest, we are almost ready. We have to add only here the leather inside because now you can see here from the window, we can see that it's looking bad. So we have to change the material inside of the leather. So let's do it. Let's come here to materials and interior leather, and let's choose which. So this gray leather, I think it will be okay. And now let's switch it to leather. Perfect. Now the seats. Let's add another leather to our seats, maybe. Which one? This black leather. Okay, let's see here where to place it. Seat. Okay, perfect. Let's make everything black because it won't be visible in our renders. Here we have a roll cage behind. So let's make it here exterior. Let's make it maybe car paint again, and to make it dark blue or this gray color. Okay, let's roll. Perfect. I think it's fine. Now the tires. Let's add the color of our tires. Okay, let's go to rubber and we use this one. Tire sidewall. Okay, good. And let's look for tire. Okay, let's change every tire. Okay. Looking for tire and this one. Perfect. The tire material, it's there. Nice. Let's see the back side. Okay, we have a glass here. So we can see there is a glow inside. That's why, because we placed this lamp blue here. So we have to add the tinted glass again. Okay, that's fine. Tinted glass. Okay, here is the mirror. Let's add a mirror material. Let's see here. Maybe metal and mirror. Okay, mirror is here. Let's add it. Now we have a mirror. Amazing. Good. Now it's time for the rims to add a color there. Okay, good. Here, rims, and after that the brakes. Okay, so car paint, for example, and let's make them black. And let's see where are the rims. White gloss here, Lambert. I think you have to be Lambert. Let's check. Okay, so we are changing the color of these caps here on the tires. This is also okay. So let's see which is the, okay, that's it. So here they're black, or we can make them another color, maybe. Let's see here, caliper paint.